Hi and welcome to my Flosstube. I'm going to do a proper introduction in a minute, but I just wanted to jump on here because I completely forgot the most exciting news of all is that Fiona, myself and Leslie are going to Stitch North next year. Sorry the camera's jiggling around, my arms aren't very strong. Unless it's stitching strong, they are very stitching strong. Yeah, we're going to Stitch North next year. We're going to both weekend 1 and weekend 2 and we are all so excited. Yeah, I think that's all I need to tell you, but I need to just tell you, enjoy the video. Good morning, everyone. I think it's still morning. Today is Friday the 16th of May, and welcome to my Flosstube episode number 22. What's a Flosstube? A Flosstube is a video, predominantly Flosstubes used for videos mainly about cross stitch. Some people include knitting and crochet and other fibre arts in their Flosstubes. I was going to include some crochet today, but I can see it over there, not on the sofa next to me, and there is plenty on the sofa next to me to be showing you that we don't need to make it any longer by talking about crochet. It's been a while, excuse me. It has been a while since I spoke to you last, about a month or 4 weeks. I missed the last video because I was absolutely pooped. I didn't have any energy at all. I don't really now, but I have got lots to show you, and if I leave it another 2 weeks, well, the mountain will be even bigger because I don't stitch on one project till the end, or do I? Today we have got starts, we've got finishes, we've got fully finished, and we've got enough whips to start my own whipping. I could whip eggs, whip meringue, whip things. It's been a while and I'm a bit bonkers. I've got some notes in my little book of books, book of notes, but I've got more stuff on the sofa than I have notes for, so we'll probably just take this and play it by ear. So I'm just turning pages, trying to find the right page, which of course has got a bookmark in it. Okay, so since I last saw you, the first thing I've got written on my list that I worked on is Peter Pig. Now, Peter Pig, oh, I need to go and get you what he's going to look like. Bear with me. Don't go away. I'm just going to pause you. Or maybe I'll press stop. I pressed stop and I took the opportunity to go and get a massive glass of water because it's really warm here. The weather is gorgeous today. Yesterday in the UK the weather was poop, and today it's really nice and warm. So the dogs are by the double doors sunbathing, growling at any other dog that dares to make a sound in the local vicinity, so they might be a bit grumbly. Peter Pig, he's going to look like this. It's a Gecko Rouge kit that my husband bought me for Christmas, started it on Christmas Day, and I love him. Now, I took a picture before I started working on him so you can see where he was last time. I took it on my tablet though, because I obviously didn't have my phone to hand. So, I mean, I could, the operating systems are different, so I could email it to myself and show you, or I could just go like this. Oh, there you go. So that's where I was. And now, I can do something clever. I can go, that's where angle, was, and this is where I am now. So you can see I've worked a lot more on his nose and I've done some filling. I did do a lot of work on him, promise. You just can't see it very well. Mainly on his nose by the looks of it. This is 1/1 on 25 count, I think. I'd like to get him done by Christmas. Who knows, who knows. I do love him and I think he'd look fab on the wall. So that's Peter Pig. Let's pop him there. I've got the dog ramp here because we've got Dachshunds, we've got a ramp for them to get on the sofa. They don't use it, but it's a handy place to put stitching, isn't it? And that's not why they don't use it. It's normally clear. Right, what's next on the list? Let's have a look before I start rambling about dogs and ramps. Ooh, Dragon Biscornu. So I was making a Dragon Biscornu by Tiny Modernist, and last time you saw it, it looked like this. Little hand gestures for me to remember to put the thingy in. Oh gosh. And now, if I can find the project, it looks a little bit like this. I have a fully finished object. I changed all the colours, obviously, because it was charted in greens. And in my head, dragons are purple or black. Friendly dragons anyway. And it's got this floral motif underneath. Stitched it together. You can barely see the stitching, which is good. Little blue bead on the top, little red bead on the bottom. I did try a little picot bead edge. I think I did about 6 or 7 beads and thought, no, it's finished. So yeah, I love it. I love Biscornus and I absolutely adore this. This pattern was a gift from my friend Leslie, and thank you, Leslie. I really enjoyed stitching it. I did a lot of it at Floss Friends UK retreat, and then I finished it off a few weekends ago now. Leslie has seen it in person because we've been stitched together, me, Fiona and Leslie, and now I need to find somewhere to keep it safe from a little dog who likes squishy things. Okay, unfortunately all my projects that I want to show you in order of how I've stitched on them are all underneath one another. So the next thing is a whip that I've been whipping up. It's been my travel project mainly. Trains, cars. I haven't been on boats and I haven't been... Oh, I might go on a boat when I go on holiday. Little ferry. I'll try and get some boat stitching in. What was I saying? Travel project, which is Solar Smile by Amanda Butler. It is bright. It's in the Cross Stitching magazine, issue 400, September 2023. Stitching this for my daughter. I'm stitching it on some 14 count Stitch Bunny Ada. And look how much I've done. If I can find a photo, I'll put it here of what I was doing, how I was with it. But look. It's just the most happy thing in the world, isn't it? What I'd like to find is, you know, you can get those mirrors with the rays coming out of them, like bits of metal, or yeah, that's what I want to find. Whether the mirror circle in the middle will be that size, that's the only thing. Maybe I'll have to make my own something. I just have all these plans and I think, no, I just want to sit and stitch. I don't want to make, but please let that be my screenshots. If I put a funny face, it might be. Yeah, I love it. He's gorgeous. He, she, who knows. So yes, that is that. In this bag, so I had some scissors in this bag and then I must have moved them to another project. And I was stitching in the car and I didn't have any scissors, so I went into a local supermarket and these are my stitchy scissors. Look at how big they are, look at my face. They're not your average embroidery scissors, are they? But they cut thread, so that's all that matters, isn't it? They do the job and I'm much less likely to lose them. Right, so that is Solar Smile. That is back in its project bag. Ink Circles Exchange. So, Ros Clark Crafts, myself, Claire and Kath are doing a round robin for Ink Circles, the most magnificent Ink Circles round robin UK. There is a hashtag, but I don't think I know what it is. Anyhow, my stitchy friend Claire, who hopefully is coming to the big stitch and we're going to meet up beforehand so we know what each other looks like, because she did come to Floss Friends UK and we didn't know what each other looked like, so we're going to remedy that before the big stitch so we can work, like meet and have her on our table if she needs a table. Anyhow, this is by Ink Circles. It's called Rearranging the Sewing Kit. This is what the pattern looks like when it's done. So it's not the most usual Ink Circles where, like for the round robin idea, where the pattern is repeated 4 times. The pattern is repeated twice. It's a mirror image. Oh, this hasn't been serged. I did offer to do it, but anyhow. So here is where it's at. I stitched this side, Claire stitched this side. And I did it in a day. I was very impressed with myself. I was like, bust that out. And now I've shown it on here, I can post it on. Claire, thank you very much for choosing this project. I have seen it and I did want to stitch on it, but I didn't know what I'd do with it other than make it into a project bag. So now I've stitched on it. And thank you for the lovely needle mine. Ooh. Have I just told others what the present is? Well, I don't know because I haven't unwrapped the other 2, but I chose a lovely needle minder. It's over there on my stand. Thank you very much. Don't lose this, Lizzie, because you need to post it. Maybe I'll sort that out afterwards and go to the post office. Okay, what did I do after that? It says Big Biscornu. So, I love Biscornus, and while I was at Frost Friends, not the last one, the one before, November retreat, I'd finished a Biscornu as my smalls exchange, which Fiona got, and I declared my love for Biscornus. I received Edita's Biscornu, which I love. It's over there. And sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera much today. And I want to make a big Biscornu, like a chunky one. I think it's probably going to be about this big, I think, when it's finished. Won't that be cool? So I chose a pattern of, oh, we will, I'm going to stop the video a minute because I've just had a message come in that I need to reply to. Hold on. Right, so before I go on with where I was about my big Biscornu, I had an idea. So you know, lots of people are doing things for May, like some people are starting things every day or every other day. Some people are stitching Mirabilia May. Some people are doing Carolyn Manning May. I decided that I would do mostly modern folk embroidery May. This is the most stop-started video ever. Mostly modern folk embroidery May. So when I went down to Gloucester with Fiona to see Leslie, I needed to work on something modern folk embroidery modern folk embroidery and so I decided to work on my big Biscornu, which is called a quilter's something by Modern Folk Embroidery. Hold on, let me see if I've got a bit more information to tell you. It's a big square pattern. In the cover shot it is done in Quilter's Dream, yes, that's what it's called. View PDF. So there's the cover shot of it in very Modern Folk Embroidery colours, gold and navy. Not a fan of those colours at all. Doing it in my colours on 16 count Ada in purple and green. So that's, I'm doing it on in 16 count embroidery, CXC threads to make it affordable for me. And the colours I'm doing it are 3837 and 3844. Now that's not helpful because I don't know which colour's which. So the green is 3844 and the purple is 3837. And so this is the full width of it, obviously. So it's going to be quite a chunky little thing, isn't it? Exciting. I don't know whether I'll stitch a border for the back, the bottom, or just put it on some nice velvet or something. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Nice velvety biscornu. Sorry, I just need to pause again and have a swig of drink and message people. Hold on. Okay, so that was my first modern folk embroidery stitch. No, I'm fibbing. That wasn't. That I did in May because we met at the May bank holiday, but before that I'd started another piece. So as soon as I finished this on, sorry this is all over the place. That's sort of how my head's been for the last month. I finished this on 23rd of April, which is St George's Day, and St George killed the dragon, I think. Well, that's rubbish, because no dragon could be killed by a mortal person, isn't, you know. Here is 4 dragons to replace the one he killed. And then I finished that and I thought I need another chart. And Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery had just released Never Laugh at Live Dragons. It's a very dangerous thing to do, to laugh at live dragons, and you should never do it. He's absolutely 100% right. So I started that on the 23rd of April. And look, I finished it. Bear with me and I can tell you when I finished it. Started it on the 23rd of April, finished it on the 14th of May. There are counting errors. I stitched it on 40 count coffee craft linen. I stitched it 1 thread of Dinky Dyes Mystic Pools over 2 threads of the linen. Oh, he's lovely. I love the border. I think that border should feature more. I really enjoyed stitching that. It was just, once you knew it, you knew it. I stayed up late to finish him the other day. Oh, look, I finished something. I finished 2 somethings. No, wait. I finished 3 somethings. I stitched a goose. I've stitched this before on a 14 count. I stitched this on an 18 count, again by Crofty Craft Fabrics. Little progress goose from Fine Frog Stitching. I don't know if I'm turning it into a card or a cushion for someone to go in the post. I don't know whether to do a card or a cushion or a little dangly ornamenty thing. But yeah, that was, I needed sort of an easy stitch. I used the Pride pack from the new Pride pack, Progress Pride pack, Roxy Flosco threads to stitch him. Oh, and the dark orange wasn't in there. That's again Roxy Flosco. It's called Butter Chicken and is one of my favourite colours. So yeah, there you go. Three finishes in one Flosstube. Don't think you're ever going to see this again, because I am not a machine. I am a broken human. So yeah, I've got all this 40 count left to play with, which is exciting. I might try some 1/1 on 40 count, but I think I'd have to use just like normal sewing cotton for that, like I'd put in my sewing machine. Could be fun though, couldn't it? Right, where's my list? Big Biscornu I've shown you. Don't Laugh at a Dragon I've shown you. Progress Goose I've shown you. Apparently the only other thing I've stitched on, oh no, I've started something else, but let me show you how I'm getting on with the Deadly Aquarium Sal by Lola Crow Cross Stitch, I think. I'm sure you've all seen this on social media all across the world. This is a piece of Chromatic Alchemy Ada 18 count in Thistle Make Me Happy, and I've not got very far at all. I think the first part to fill in, so the frames we had 6 weeks to do. I haven't, and I think the first part comes out this week, so I'm already behind. I mean, I could just work on this solely till whenever it comes out during the week, but I'm not going to, because it's black, 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 and I don't like it. I like the pattern, but the stitching black, black, black gets me a bit down at the moment. And I'm doing mostly Modern Folk Embroidery May, so cheers. I love coffee. Other things I've stitched on. So I finished my dragon, and then the next day I finished this pot. So I've done the tree. You've seen the tree before. This is AKGIT 180, I want to say 02, but that might be wrong, 1830 something, by Modern Folk Embroidery. I finished this tree last time you saw it. I just did the pot that it was standing in. Obviously this is not designed to be this colour. I am using the Roxy Flossco Pride pack of colours. I really want this on my wall, but I'm stitching it 1/1 and 28 count, and it's taking forever, obviously. I mean, the fact I put it down and forget I own it for quite a while in between times doesn't help. I've just been looking through some all my cross stitching stuff because I need to put this down over here. I bought a pattern I wanted to show you, but I can't find it. But I was like, oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, I forgot I had that. It's really exciting, finding things that you forgot you owned when it started. I just wish I could find what I wanted to find. Okay, other starts. Next new start is this kit. A friend of mine is having a birthday. She's on my course at uni, and I want to. She likes small animals, and I believe she's had guinea pigs, and I wanted to make her a card, so I bought this little kit from Bothy Threads, which I am stitching on the the provided Ada. Oh, my thread's at the front. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. Doesn't it look like a guinea pig? I've gone for another project which is just all browns, except for the exciting bit when you get, that makes sense, except for the exciting bit when you get to the red and the blue. I was tempted to do that bit the other day, and then I thought, no, Lizzie, do the browns, eat your greens. Once you finish that, you can do the fun bit. So yeah, that's got to be done fairly soon, so that's why it's mostly Modern Folk Embroidery. And again, with my progress goose, mostly Modern Folk Embroidery May, because if I say, oh, I'm only going to stitch Modern Folk Embroidery, I won't stitch any, because my brain will say that's a rule you can't stick to. I'm learning what my brain's like. Don't make plans, because you won't do them. I'm not a planner. Another start. Started this last night. Oh, I'm in love. So my head is quite scrambled. I've alluded to that. And I'm not a fan of my head being scrambled. So I've started something to calm me and make me slow and breathe, and a meditative piece to meditate with. It's a Modern Folk Embroidery, of course it is. It's called Peace to My Friend, and the front of the cover looks like this. I'm probably going to put Peace in My Heart instead of Peace to My Friend. I'm going to do all my family initials and my favourite friends' initials in colours that stand out. And I only started it last night, quite late last night, because I need to do, and this is a Chromatic Alchemy Fabric of the Month. I can't remember what the colour is, and I don't know where the packaging is. It was last month's, I think. It's 28 count. I'm doing it 1/1. Sorry, it's so exciting. I love it so much. I'm doing it 1/1. And I'm using Roxy Flossco Shades of the Wiz pack, which are like Wizard of Oz themed. They're a group of colours all on their own, which are these three. How am I showing you? That way up, I think it goes. I think I'm quite proud of this decision. Yeah, nice. Get me out of it and then it might focus on it. I still need to see it so I can see what you're seeing. But I'm also adding Roxy Flossco Lady Luck, which is this dark one here in the middle. Just to bulk them out a bit and make, you know, more changes. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. I can see myself meditating and being very chilled a lot in the near future, because last night it really helped. My head was booming, my brain was chuntering 1,000,000 miles an hour, so I sat and worked on that for probably only about 40 minutes. It's not masses of progress for 40 minutes, but 1/1 on 28 count, you have to slow down. Is it going to focus? Who knows? So I'm keeping that, and I have plans to start other modern folk embroidery charts at some point. I'm keeping it in this. Isn't this gorgeous? Ooh, long thread attached to a needle. Bear with me, let me deal with that. I think that should be in there. So this is a canny little fox. I can't remember what they call it. Multi-pocket folder. So I just love shelves of books. We don't have any shelves of books. We have shelves with books on, but I want this on a wall, maybe in the next house that we're never going to get to. Anyhow, it's a dream. And it's got one, I think I've showed you my other one before, 2, 3, 4 pockets in. And another of my dreams is to put a modern folk embroidery in each of these pockets. I have bought, let me see if I can quickly find it. When I bought Never Laugh at Live Dragons, I bought this. I can't make my machine work because I'm in a hurry. Talk amongst yourselves. Documents. You don't need to hear my folder paths to get to it, do you? Needless to say, there's a folder that says Modern Folk Embroidery and it's quite full. It's not going to be in here now. Yes. Oh no, it's just the pattern keeper version, which I can't show you. Anyway, it's called This Small Trifle. I'll put the pattern in here, I'll download it. The front cover, and it says, "This small trifle kindly take and keep it for the giver's sake." Now, in the pattern booklet thing that Jacob does, it says how it's like a token of friendship, token of love. But when I downloaded the pattern, or when I bought it, in my head it read, "I can't cope. This is more than a mere trifle. So please have this small trifle to take it off my shoulders, to take the trouble off my shoulders a little bit and deal with it for me and keep it for the giver's sake, because I can't." So, sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? My plan is to stitch it on this 32 count even weave by Coffee Crafts, because that's all I've got at the moment, basically, with this Dinky Dyes, which is called Jaffa, and I think that'll look really nice on there, and I hope you agree. So look forward to seeing that soon, because that is coming, maybe. I've said it out loud now, so it might not be. Let me just pop this Lady Luck away in the right bag, in the right sachet. What would you call these? The right zippy bit? The right pouch? Anyhow, what I do is I think I've decided that Nerge hoops size 3 are my favourite. Put it all together like that, wrap the band around it. Awesome sauce. Okay, so that, I think I may have done some more on Ladybird in the Meadow. I'll show it to you. This is where it was, hopefully, and this is where it is now. I don't think I've done masses, because there is not masses on this piece of fabric. I'll get there. It's just going to take time, because there are more exciting things. I don't need to put my book away, I just need to put the project away. More exciting things. This is what it's... Have I shown you this? This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. And I'm really excited for it. I want it on my wall. And then I want to start the Sycamore Gap one. Oh, here's my other canny little fox thingy, which is full of threads that I've picked for... Oopsie. Tiny Modernist. I could have done Tiny Modernist May, because I've got enough patterns of theirs as well. Maybe next year. Tiny Modernist May. My pile of things is going to go sliding down this ramp in a minute. It's going to be very funny. What's this? This is the guinea pig. The guinea pig's a few projects down now on the chair, so I won't be on the ramp. I'll just be putting them there beside the camera tripod so that we can put them away properly when I've finished, hopefully. Hopefully. Now, I think we're on to purchases. I've got some Stitchy Kindness. Thank you, Sally. Flossie Sews and Grows. Ages and ages ago, she sent me this chart. I won it in her programme. Her Flosstube. She did a giveaway for this, and I won it, and I'm very grateful. It is Cottage Garden Samplers, Peace on Earth. Very fitting, actually, because I want peace in my heart, in my life. It's a cardinal, and I'm not a fan of cardinals, and I was wondering if I could convert him to a robin, because there is brown in there and I can use the reds. Do you get cardinals in Canada? I'm going to Canada next year. Do you get cardinals in Canada? Chance I could see a cardinal? I'm happy to stitch cardinals once I've seen one. Maybe I'll hang on to it. Maybe I'll start it and leave the bird till last, and I'll have a think. That's a good idea. Okay, now we're on to shopping haul, purchases, acquisitions. So I wish I could find the pattern I want to show you. Sorry, I'm rustling a bit because I'm looking for a pattern. Some of what I'm going to show you I've purchased ages ago. Some of what I'm going to show you I retail therapied. Some of what I showed you I bought yonks ago. This was a planned purchase with my sister. She started stitching again, I think. I think she's going to keep it up. She's bought the Prairie Schoolers June, because that's her birth month. I have bought Prairie Schoolers March, which looks like this. I can't show you the real pattern because I don't know where I've put it. But I do know where the Ada to stitch it on is. So this is just a cream Zweigart Ada 18 count fat quarter, which we bought one each to stitch them on. Then we're going to swap, stitch the other ones, and eventually we might have the whole year. Create Nostalgia. I bought this from. Very quick. Lovely service. Very, very quick. If only she could tell me where I've put that chart. I know it came and it was slightly scrumpled, which was a shame because it wasn't her fault. She'd put loads of packaging in to make sure things didn't get scrumpled. It came scrumpled through the door, unfortunately, post people. Even though she put cardboard in it to protect it, it must have just got folded. I mean, and it was thick cardboard to protect it. She'd done her best, short of sending it between pieces of steel. She couldn't have done more to keep it straight. But I think the post people had literally scrunched the envelope in half. Anyhow, I don't know where it is. I've put it somewhere to unscrunch it, and I'll check my normal unscrunchy place. It's not there. I wonder where it is. Okie dokie. So then ages ago, on my birthday, so back in March, I ordered the Spring Fling box by Uncarry Kari and D's 20 Stitches. I've wanted it last year and the year before that, but I thought, oh, I can't order from Canada, that cost a fortune. Well, I'm very used to ordering from Canada now, thank you ever tote. So I ordered it and it came really quickly after it was a pre-order, and then once they were shipped, mine came within a week of her shipping it, so that was really brilliant. And we were asked to keep the project quiet until we'd had our Zoom or Teams chats. So we had a little digital stitchy retreat a couple of Saturday evenings ago. Last Saturday evening it was. And this is the pattern. It's called Cat Quest. Isn't it just amazing? Lots of people have started it. I haven't started it. I was stitching on my Progress Goose during the retreat. I'm a bit reluctant to start it because everything's just so beautiful. So here's the original artwork that Carrie did when Dee and she discussed the theme of what they wanted to do. We've got, so this is the original artwork, and then that's the pattern. Isn't it brilliant? I could do this. And Dee got their friend Al, who used to be a yarn dyer. Dee and Al dyed some floss. We have, oh, let me show you the paper. What am I talking about? The fabric is, they also dyed fabric. I've got some Ada, which is 18 count Ada. It says do not wash. It's called parchment. Doesn't that look old worldy parchmenty? Nice, same colour as my wall nearly. Might go nicely on this wall. What do we think? Anyhow, so yes, they hand dyed some. Sounded like a great time. They did it in Dee's basement. Sounded like great fun was had. Dyeing floss and fabric. So we have Gawain. Gawain is green. We have Percival, who is blue. Galahad is this beautiful pink, and it's got some lovely speckles. Look at that. Ooh. And Lancelot is yellow. Now, I haven't started. Let's finish one thing at a time. Haven't started because it's just too nice to start. The kit came with these beautiful scissors, because you always need more scissors. Came with lovely floss drops and some gorgeous counting pins. Oh, and I'm still not sure where to stick them. 3 little stickers. I love. And the whole kit was packaged up so beautifully and wrapped up with a ribbon. And I opened it and I thought, oh, I'm going to make myself a project bag with that ribbon. This was the ribbon. And in my stash of fabric, I had this gorgeous spring type fabric. So I just stitched myself a little project bag. Found the yellow zip to complement everything nicely. So that lives in here, and I'm probably just going to get it out and stroke it from time to time. So what I was about to say was I haven't stitched March's Pride Sal because I knew this existed, because I had not April's Pride Sal, because I knew this existed. And I love it. And April's Pride Sal is pink and I want to stitch it in this. But obviously I need to stitch this first. And if there's leftovers, I'll stitch them in that. And I haven't done May's either because I haven't done April's, but actually the grown-up in me says, Lizzie, you're allowed to skip months. So maybe I will start May's this weekend. Maybe. So that is the that is the Spring Fling project, which I love. While I was making project bags, I think I only made... I feel like I made 3, but I can only put my finger on 2. Why would I have stopped? Exhaustion? This video is full of interruptions, so I'm sorry it's crazy. Here's another project bag I made. My mum bought me this fabric for my birthday. Peacock flowers. Not flowers. They're not flowers. Peacocks don't wear flowers. Some do. In patterns. Peacock feathers. I want to have a wall of peacock charts. Oh, look at the inside. I can show you on the tag. The inside has got peacocks as well. This is Liberty fabric we got from the quilting shop. I made myself a project bag. I put a little handle on it so I can dangle it from my wrist if I want to. Don't know why I'd want to do that, but I thought I might, so I did it. So yeah, this is my peacock stitching bag. This is a very old chart I bought eons ago, like 2015 maybe. Now, I haven't started it because my sister would like it and I would like it. And at the time I thought, but I've only got enough to stitch it once. But now I stitch on 1/1 on small, like small stitching. I could stitch it twice, dinky, and then we could have one each. That would be a really lovely thing to do. Erica, don't worry. My sister's called Erica. Don't worry, that is not the surprise. The surprise has not arrived yet, so you can carry on watching to your heart's content. This obviously isn't due to get started anytime soon. What else is in my peacock bag? This is also quite old, but I don't think I've shown it to anyone. Excuse me, it's scrunchy. I've shown this, which is a canvas tapestry by Dimensions, which I might do as a cross stitch somehow. I could probably cross stitch it from the front pattern. I don't know. Here's a peacock milled hill. Sorry about the glare. Isn't that pretty? What else have I got? Obviously, I've got this. I got for my birthday from the in-laws. They sent me a voucher. I'm going to start that soon. But I'm not starting it on the white. I'm going to stitch it on this peachy colour from the Stitchy Ferret. Then I did purchase a couple of patterns in a bit of a retail therapy way. 4. 2 of them are peacocks. The first one, a country garden samplings. I can never remember how to say it. I can't read it back to front on there. Peacock and pomegranate. Isn't it gorgeous? And they're about to release another peacock one, which I've already ordered from Mary at Create Nostalgia. She's going to kit it up for me and send me a bill when she's done it. And then she'll send it to me. And then I ordered this one, Joan Elliott Peacock Lady. I've got 2 Joan Elliots. One start. Oh, I've got more than two now. Upstairs there's 2 Joan Elliots. One I've started. One is the same sort of design. So I've got Hydrangea Fairy Lady. I can't remember if it's fairy or a lady. I think it might be a fairy. Anyhow, I've started the hydrangea one. I've got the sunflower one. And then I bought this one, Peacock Lady. And that's all my peacocks. But I also ordered at the same time, this is all from these 4 charts from 123 Stitch, the Time Traveller. I love stories about time travel. I just think they're very clever. Outlander, I'm not reading. I don't read so much, unfortunately. I'm listening to Discovery of Witches, that trilogy at the moment. My favourite book is The Time Traveller's Wife. Like, all-time favourite book, The Time Traveller's Wife. It's my comfort read. So this, and it's got my colours, it's bright, it's got purple background. I will need to find some purple fabric for that, won't I? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the last one, Hobbit House. Now, somebody said they're going to paint their door green because Bilbo Baggins' the door is green. I am going to do it in, I think it's Weeks Dye Works, maybe, Daffodil, because that is very similar to the colour of Samwise Sam's front door at the end of the trilogy on the videos. I have read it, don't worry. But at the end, I watched the last one, the end of it yesterday, and I thought that's the colour I'm going to do my door. But it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I do wish to buy more of these, but I'm going to limit myself because I don't stitch as much as I shop. My mum would be flabbergasted if I said that out loud. She goes, surely not. Surely not. Then the last piece of haul that's come recently, I've got a massive piece of haul coming tomorrow. I am so excited, but I'm not going to tell you till it arrives. The last piece of haul I ordered a while back, not very long ago. I was beginning to wonder, but not very. I got some Ada dyed for me by Pole Stitches. It's a gorgeous greeny yellow. I don't think it's that dissimilar in colour. And I'm going to stitch this on it. I wanted it in green because I wanted a tea party. I want them to be sat outside drinking their tea, because that's my idea of heaven. Sat outside in a pretty garden drinking tea or coffee. The dog's about to bark because there are people walking past the house and that's not allowed. Gibbs, 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 Gibbs. That was probably something loud. I hope you weren't listening with headphones. Oh, sorry. Anyhow, this on this at some point in my life. And that, as they say, is everything. I haven't a clue how long this video is because I've videoed it in so many parts. I've videoed it in lots of chippy choppy sections, so I hope I get them the right way around when I glue them all back together. I'm sorry my dog is growling if you can hear him. Yeah, that is it. Plans. I don't know if I'll say any plans because when I do, I don't, if that makes sense. They don't come to fruition if I say them out loud. I had planned at the start of the year in my little book things I want to finish in 2024. I've finished one of them. One of them is that moo cow. The dog's about to bark. I think I've stopped embarking for now. I'm going to sign off. Basically, I've got lots of things I thought I wanted to finish this year, but when I looked at it, I don't want to stitch on them because there's new and exciting and shinies. Something I'm going to stitch on probably for the rest of today, however, is this Modern Folk Embroidery Sal from 2021. You've seen it quite recently. I think I'll just get on and work on it. So, have a lovely afternoon. our evening day. I thought a bird just landed on our bird table. Yeah, happy stitching. Be safe, be kind, look after each other. It's a weird old world out there. Take care.